going on, everybody? Got a couple of comic book industry updates I wanted to bring you. I wanted to start with this one. I don't know if a lot of people covered this. I missed this one, but I thought it was still worth going over because it's pretty telling of where the industry is right now. So Marvel Comics apparently promoted Captain America and Marvel Unlimited without Steve Rogers, which is hilarious to me. He is Captain America. Everybody else is a knockoff to the original. Steve Rogers is Captain America, in my opinion. I don't really have any interest in anybody else being Captain America. There was an interesting run where Winter Soldier became Captain America for a little bit under Brubaker, which was actually really good, but I wouldn't have wanted that for long term. Eventually, you've always got to go back to the OG. That's why I'm really wondering how well the movies are going to do without the legacy characters in the front seat. We'll see what happens, but this is ridiculous. So Marvel Comics is running an ad campaign on Facebook using Captain America to promote their digital comics. The only problem was in the ad campaign, Steve Rogers is absent, and instead a number of alternate reality Captain Americas are being used to promote the platform. The first ad reads, read Captain America and all of the Marvel epic comics for just $60 a year, overpriced. You know, if it was $60 a year and it was the up-to-date comics, because the Marvel Unlimited, you have to wait a while before you get all of the new stuff coming out. I've never used it, so I don't know if it's an extensive back catalog. This doesn't help, though. So here's the ad they were using. Check it out. Where's Steve? In fact, what's funny is in this picture, they don't even have Falcon Captain America. They also don't even use Bucky Captain America. But you're going to use all of these? Like, first off, nobody knows who any of these people are. Nobody. Particularly Peggy Carter Captain America, who was in 2 issues, or maybe just 1 issue of Exiles. This was a very short-lived miniseries. Well, actually, it wasn't supposed to be a miniseries. I believe it was supposed to be ongoing, but they canceled it because the sales sucked. She wasn't in anything. She had like 1 issue, but let's put her front and center in this advertisement. Now, it would seem like maybe, okay, this is petty making fun of this. It's more so the point, okay? And it's not the only one that they use. There's another one in here as well. Okay, we have this one. Okay, now we bring Falcon Cap in. All right? Steve gets no notice. It's weird. It was a conscious decision. They did it on purpose. I just find it funny. Nobody knows who that Peggy Carter Captain America is. I guarantee it. Because that Exiles #3 book barely sold anything. I think it sold like 30,000 issues. It wasn't very much. Which means theoretically, 20,000 issues of that Captain America comic of Exiles #3 is sitting on shelves and 10,000 people bought it. So it seems to me like a slap in the face to Captain America fans. But hey, you know, that's how they've been running their business for the past 10 years. We want to punch you in the face, but you're still expected to buy our comic books. And if you don't buy our comic books, well, you are an istophobe, so you need to buy our comics. It's a joke. At least in this one, they put Falcon Cap in here, who's, I got to be honest, at least more relevant than anybody else in the picture because he was actually Captain America in the mainline comics for a while. But the rest of them, I don't think anybody even really knows who they are. They were in side stories, alternate universes, and what-if books. But, hey, you know, I'm sure they're going to sell that subscription. Paid Facebook to do sponsored ads of this. Who does this stuff? It's just funny. This isn't the comic book line. This is their marketing team. I mean, hey, let's double down on our message and let's pay for it. I wonder if this made them any money. Anyway, if you want more evidence on how far comics have fallen in general, look at the Comic-Con International numbers on their videos. These are hilarious. They did Comic-Con at home, by the way, because, well, naturally you can't have a con when you've turned your convention centers into makeshift hospitals in some cases. The views on this are horrible. This just shows you that nobody goes to cons for info anymore. They just go to dress up and buy things. Like, that's the only reason that people go to cons anymore. And this kind of proves it. Look at these views. 710, 973, 682, 580. It's kind of a the story for all of these. Now, some of them did good. Power Rangers, 3,000. That's because those comics are actually, people are invested in them and they have a strong following. That's because they're good comics. They don't tell any nonsense. There's no shoehorned woke stuff in it. It's just a straight up good book, and it has natural diversity. It's done right. It's not done to appease crowds. It's done to tell a good story. That's why those books are successful, unlike all this other stuff that nobody cares about. So Comic-Con International is a complete disaster, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Wanted to do a follow-up, finally, again, to the Jae Lee situation with Tom King. I talked about this on Saturday. Did a video on this. And I think this is a very disgusting situation. Let me give you the TLDR real quick. Jae Lee did a comic book cover for Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog book, Wrecked Planet. This is his cover right here. It's very nice, very well done, looks great. And that's really it. That's the entire story. Ethan Van Sciver said, "Hey, would you like this money here, sir?" Jae Lee said, "Absolutely. I would love to have money to pay for bills and buy groceries. These are normal things." So he did the cover. And as you can see, it's a great cover. It looks awesome. Apparently, though, several months down the road, Tom King, champion of virtue, jumps on Twitter, says, "Today DC put out an alternate cover to Rorschach by Jae Lee, who has done some covers for CG, a hate group," which is total BS. Like Comics Matter with your boy Zach said in his video, it's just a bunch of nerds fighting. But, if you don't have the right side of thinking with a certain group of nerds, well, you're all of a sudden an istophobe. That's what that is. DC does not consult creators on alternate covers. I reached out to them to express my deep disappointment. As far as I'm concerned, this is the cover to Rorschach #1. By the way, don't worry about Rorschach #1. The fact that Tom King's writing it means it's going to be trash. His entire Batman run was garbage. His Mr. Miracle book started off good, went to crap real quick. He's a very, 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 very overrated writer. I don't know why he gets so much praise. I think his writing sucks. And what he did right here sucks. It really irritates me because he doesn't bother to reach out to Jae Lee. I'm going to give you the quick story here. He doesn't bother to reach out to Jae Lee. Doesn't even give him the time of day. This is supposed to be a colleague. Instead, he goes and complains to the managers of DC right away. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, he seems to have spoken to Jae Lee after he put out that terrible tweet. "I spoke with Jay. He's done on Twitter. Didn't know Comicsgate existed and doesn't support hate of any kind. We're all good. Best possible outcome." But he leaves that old tweet up. He leaves it up. Doesn't delete it. Leaves it up. He knows what he's doing. Tom King, real classy guy. Really a big slap in the face to Jae Lee with this. And it's funny, Jae Lee's Asian, by the way. Tom King is a white man. How does that look and work out? So Jae Lee says, "Yeah, we're not all good." Goes to Instagram and tells this story. 2 weeks ago, June and I took Loki to San Diego to see a specialist. He did not survive due to complications from the surgery. This past Friday was supposed to be a day of mourning. We were back in San Diego to pick up his ashes. We were going to take him to the beach and comfort each other by sharing our favorite stories about our little boy. Instead, a part of the internet I avoid like the plague came barging in. I had companies I'm working for calling me, reaching out to me. I'm seeing hate pouring out of strangers' mouths, accusing me of things I have no knowledge of. I'm seeing firsthand how lies are spread. Let me be clear, I'm not part of any group. We made it to the beach. We never made it to the beach. We spent the entire 6-hour drive home on an emotional roller coaster. I'm writing this because I'm angry. These irresponsible tweets are not harmless. They do not go away. They have real-world consequences. They can take your job, your life, your memories. June and I were robbed of a special day. So no, we're not all good. This isn't the start of a conversation. This is the end. So please don't drag me into a world I never wanted to be a part of, nor will I ever want to be a part of. I want to honor Loki by going back to producing art made with love for people who enjoy it for what it is, something that hopefully brings joy into our lives. Mommy and Daddy miss you so very much. Now, it's just funny to me. Tom King, what a classless guy this guy is. It's a really terrible move what he did, and it really did irritate me. And here's what's funny. He has to have seen, he's seen that tweet. Actually, not a tweet. It was an Instagram post by Jae Lee. I'm sorry. He's seen it. And what I think is even worse is a little bit after all this goes down, he puts out this tweet, walking the dog. Walking the dog. I have to wonder, was this a slap in the face to Jae Lee? I don't know. I can't say if it is. I'm not sure. All I know is everything that he's done has been disrespectful. All of those tweets are still up, particularly the one where he went after Jae Lee. He's still got that tweet up. It's still there. He's not getting rid of it. Look at this. 1.5K retweets, 7.1K likes. Still up. The damage of this tweet is still being done. But then a couple tweets later, oh yeah, we're all good now. Doesn't delete this one. You could have at least deleted this tweet. He won't do it. He's doing that for a reason. He's a very disrespectful person, I got to tell you. Very disrespectful. So anyway, I feel sorry for Jae Lee, man. Guy just wanted to get some work and make a little bit of money. And I wonder if they'll pull this cover now. It's a sad situation. It really is. But anyway, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about them going after Steve Rogers? What do you think about them? What do you think about Tom King and Jae Lee? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please share the video. Throw a like up. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.